Team Pegine situational training exercises. Team Pegine's professional role players, how we work with government, corporations, and our coaching clients to maximize the experience of learning and producing extraordinary experiences for your employees and customers. Situational training exercises and professional role players are important to the learning experiences of your people. Most times, people go through programs, take the tests, and then are thrown out into everyday world to implement what was just taught. However, it takes a long time for them to absolutely apply the learning experiences to real life and get the outcomes that you want, because it takes time to get the feedback from those real life experiences about how they're doing. A situational training exercise provides the how I'm doing immediately, quickly, with clear guidelines about how to improve, and they get to practice again. A situational training exercise is a short, scenario-driven, limited exercise designed to train one technique or a group of related techniques, skills, or drills through practice. We use professional role players who are trained actors who provide the living experience for participants of our situational training exercises. These exercises are so real, so vibrant, that our clients and those participants that have gone through our experiences call it lovingly the Pegine puke experience, because it's so real. The uses of Team Pegine simulation training exercises include any situation where people interact with people, any situation which uses processes, procedures, techniques, and people to apply those processes, procedures, and techniques. Any situation where human error is costly. Here's one example, and we'll show you several through this slideshow, of examples of situational training exercises that we provide. The first is executive coaching services. Our coaching clients go through 4 situational training exercises, scenarios, where they implement the techniques learned. Participants receive debriefing by the role players and me, Pegine, on ways to improve. Some of our coaching clients include politicians that want to be in front of difficult people, politicians who want to practice being in front of the media, politicians who want to try to gain influence and so practice how to speak to groups that are challenging for them. We have leadership coaching sessions where leaders go through practice sessions to make sure that they're relatable, to make sure that they're communicating the message, to make sure that they are pushing out the kind of influence, messaging, energy that the person on the other side of the table or the group in front of them actually feels what they want them to feel instead of feeling what they don't want them to feel. So we have worked with people who maybe are taking new leadership roles and want to make sure that they are communicating the confidence, the charisma, the influence, and the power so that people feel comfortable with them as a leader. We've worked with individuals who are looking to go on corporate boards so they could practice the nomination practice. They could practice with live, professionally trained role players with the kinds of questioning and the kinds of uncomfortable situations that they will encounter in those interviews. We've worked with entrepreneurs who are going to be going in front of a Shark Tank experience so that we provide the experience for them so they could get through the stumbling, they could get through the confidence breaking moments that will impact whether or not they get the funding that they deserve and that they need. We also provide leaders with the opportunity to frame questions and think on their feet quickly during crisis management situations. It's a powerful experience for leaders and for those people who are impacting policy, procedures, people, and profits. We do group simulation training exercises. These are customized scenarios utilizing participants as the role players. Participants become the customers, the media, or the tribes people are trying to influence. We use this during a major football event that starts with the letter S and the second word starts with a B. And we did this for the Jacksonville Airport Authority. We provided workshops and scenarios where the actual participants became the role players for high stakes interactions and making sure that everybody knew what to expect and everybody was experiencing and experienced the kind of situations they may encounter. It was amazing. We've worked with Citibank, PPR, to produce interactive experiencing using movies, and then our actors created scenarios for them so that people went to different kiosks, had different experience with our actors to create fundamental transformational skills that actually gave them the power, the confidence to utilize them in real life. There was intentional power that was created in those experiences so that when they finished this experience, they were ready, prepared, and eager to face their customers, their influencers, and their tribes. High stakes simulation training exercises. Preparing for deployment, a medical disaster, or a major media event, it is critical that our military and emergency teams, service providers, are prepared, whether it is a major sporting event and all service providers have to be prepared for potential crisis and prepare for security issues, or whether it's our military being deployed around the world, they have to know how to communicate, interact with people not like them, people who have different experiences, and we provide the role players and scenarios to prepare those people for high stakes, high stress situational training. It is important that people know how to be prepared for stressful situations. We provide role players and situational training exercises on leadership, cultural negotiation, and customer services. Hey, dealing with global diverse communities and people requires leaders who seek to understand while negotiating positive outcomes. TPI role players and customized scenarios bring reality to theory. We work with you closely to create scenarios that reflect the outcomes that you want to have, and we are always constantly through those scenarios adding new information to our role players to change it up so that no group can learn from previous groups what to expect. Every experience is new, every experience is relevant, and every experience pushes buttons to make sure that people are negotiating for positive outcomes. Here are some of our clients that have used our services. We have many more, and we look forward to working with you. Please go to www.pegine.com for me as a speaker and www.teampegine.com to learn more about our situational training exercises.